So, something is confusing me. A while ago, when I first got my car, 2015 Honda Civic Si, I was testing how it ran on regular versus premium fuel, and I noticed myself getting better economy on regular. That's not right. Premium, higher octane fuel usually burns better, giving more power or economy over regular fuel. In fact, the conventional wisdom I've always heard is that regular and premium cost the same per mile because the money you save by premium fuel being more efficient offsets the extra cost to buy it about 1-to-1. And yet, over a few months, I put regular fuel in my car and dailied it normally, and got about 39 miles to gallon. Then over another few months, with similar driving conditions, I only put premium in and ended up averaging 35, or 4 miles a gallon lower. I did have more power, such the engine should have needed less effort to perform the same tasks. And perhaps it was just conditions, maybe the weather just wasn't as comparable between the two seasons as I thought. Perhaps I thought there's some sort of ECU trickery going on. Maybe the conventional wisdom comes from the days of simple carbureted engines, but this modern ECU has some tricks to exaggerate the power boost. Or, and this is the option I consider most likely, perhaps it was me. Machines are predictable. People are not. Maybe my own driving habits are what changed. My goal here is to prove or rule out that third possibility. I'm going to take my car around one loop of I-275, the 84-mile loop around Cincinnati, Ohio, starting from this gas station. First time, going to fill it with regular. Second time, going to fill it with premium. I'm going to do it on Sunday morning so that there's minimal traffic. I'm going to drive the whole thing with my cruise control set at 65 miles an hour. Now, cruise control is not the most efficient way to drive a car, but especially in a naturally aspirated manual transmission car, it is consistent, and consistency is the goal. If I take me out of the equation and the car finally gets better mileage on premium, then I know the problem was me all along. So fuel economy is reset. The front dash cam is recording as well. And we go. At this station, all of the pumps are out of service except for one stand. And even at that stand, only the gas is working, not the diesel, even though it's a diesel pump. Main advantage of this station, the whole reason I chose it, is because I'm right by the highway here. So I spend minimal time like this getting to the highway. Here we go. We're not in a hurry, so we can accelerate leisurely. 6th gear from 40 miles an hour may not be the best way to do it, but I already did it, so. And 6 to 65, and we just cruise. Oh, now that I've accelerated, I don't like being behind this truck. Okay, it's moving away. I don't like being next to the truck like that, but I also don't want to break the streak. I'm trying to keep on 65 the whole way. I hope the phone is working back there, giving the real Civic Si experience. The giant spoiler. It doesn't block vision out the back too bad, but it is very presently there every time I look behind. No! 55, slow down! Okay, it says the lights are flashing, which says the construction zone is active, but no one is actually slowing down, and there's no evidence of any construction in the area. What are the lights flashing for? There's a cone off in the grass there. Speed limit is 6, huh? I guess I just maintain the speed as what everyone else is doing? I mean, I don't want to be unpredictable. Oh, they see that? That sign says 65, but it's not flashing, which tells me it's inactive. 275, if I remember, it's the longest beltway around a city that isn't in Texas. I mean, that's a surprise. I wouldn't have expected to find the longest one in Cincinnati, of all places. But come to think of it, most cities you find them on, like, the edge of an ocean or a lake or something, so, like, there's nothing to build a beltway around. You can only build, like, a semicircle. Oh, here's construction. Well, I was gonna say here's construction. No, here's a lot of barrels. That car is stopped on the highway. I don't like that. What's going on? I guess it's just loaded and slow. Weird. I should not be in the left lane doing this. I am not the fastest car on this road by a long shot. Okay, now we've been on the road for about 12.5 miles, and we're getting over 39 miles per gallon, which is what I got, I think, in my original test. But I mean, that was daily. This is highway. Tried to go on a Sunday because I thought it'd be the least busy. I'd be least likely to encounter traffic to slow me down or something. This is worrying me a bit though. They're closer to me up front than I would like. They're not getting closer to me. They're not really getting farther away either. Old Ford van! Wow! Indiana! We're here! This route goes through 3 states. Speed limit in Indiana lowers to 60 for trucks. Never got that. Isn't it more dangerous to have different cars going different speeds? What? Road work 1.5 miles ahead and they have another reduced speed limit. Is this road work going to actually exist? And if the speed limit decreases, then I will decrease accordingly, but on or after 9:22. Isn't it 9:22 today? What day is it today? It's 21! It's not road work today. However, there will be road work next week. Okay, what I'm doing at that marker, I have cut cruise control and I'm gonna coast. If I'm on 55 miles an hour, when road work comes back on, I'll just accelerate back up to 65 and hope I did it consistently. Pretty view off this bridge. Kentucky! Yeah, I would have preferred to maintain 65 miles an hour, but road safety is more important than consistency. Okay, we don't need to get over. Cars on both sides of me. It's getting stuffy in here, but I don't want to put the air on. Okay, if I put on the air at the same time in both drives, whether I need it or not, then that's still consistent, right? Then I have to remember to do it at the same time. Okay, we're gonna chance it. Exit 4 bridge. See, this is exit 4. We gotta remember to do it under this bridge during the next drive. Will you remember with me? Mile marker 1. Oh, look, mile marker 0, or mile 4, right there, under the bridge. I have the air on now, and now y'all gotta remind me next time. I've got new mail. Would I like to check it now? Thing about this car, it knows when I get a text and notifies me of it, but it also thinks it has the ability to read the text, and it doesn't. Okay, East 275, we want to be left. That's a faded sign, wow. Get out of my way, Uber Chevy. Oh, you wanted to get over too. I feel like that always happens. I believe this interchange is considered the start and end point of 275 to mile 0. Because 275 is technically supposed to be an offshoot of 75, that big massive road that runs from like Michigan to Florida. We will be intersecting with 75 again at a later point towards the end. For science, now the cruise control must wastefully engine brake down the hill. The net elevation change of this route is technically 0, since we're gonna end right back where we started. I wonder what the actual elevation change is though. Like if you measured all the ups and downs, what would it be? Nice view. Yeah, a lot of pretty bruised views on this route. Oh, we've made it 40 miles. Currently our miles per gallon is at 41, so they're about to align. 41.7, there it is! 1 gallon of fuel. And we're about halfway done. We're at 41.5 miles now. So we'll probably spend just over 2 gallons by the end of the route. Oh, another downhill. Oh, this is a cool view. I know y'all can't see it, but I can see downtown Cincinnati from here. This is nice. Hello, Ohio Bridge. Oh, you're a bit closer to my front than I would like, but I can't get over because there's a Lexus. And a Chevy. And now that I had a space, now a Toyota van is trying to overtake me. And now it doesn't matter anymore because you've accelerated, so there's no issue anymore. Why am I worried? No one goes slower than me on this road. Every once in a while, I'll hear that sort of clicking in my car and get annoyed. And I realize it's just my water bottle in the cup holder that's just slightly too small to fit in there. What is that, like an abandoned exit? Or is it like an in-progress exit? Or what does that go to? Or what would it go to? Or what did it go to? What's the story behind that? I'll have to look that up. Remember, the exit 4 bridge. For a Sunday, it is significantly busier out than I would have expected. Yeah, that is a lot of cars passing me. Look, as long as they are passing me, it's okay. There's too many cars around. Let me get over so I don't have to accelerate for the Outback. Thank you. Yep, it's now accelerating, and now a Beetle is making its way to pass me on the right. Yeah, there's too many cars around me. I feel like I can't really react much, at least not without slowing down. Which is a problem. I don't want to have to react to anything and slow down. Those are adorable flowers, by the way, Beetle. Even on a Sunday morning, this change with 75 is kind of hectic. We made it through. Oh my god, look at all the cars on the oncoming. I don't know if it's just the perspective making it look denser than it is, but no, that is just a lot of cars. Remember how not busy it was an hour ago? Granted, this part of the highway may have been this busy earlier, but I don't think it was. There's been a lot of stopped cars out today. And yeah, if you go by a highway, you're gonna see them every once in a while, but I feel like I've seen like a ton of them. That's exit 36. That's the exit we started on. It's an odd designation to put on the sign, 1 1/4 mile. Alright, taking it off. I would have coasted into the exit, but I have to slow down to trail behind this GMC. 41.3 as we get off the highway. But here we are, driving past all the broken pumps to the one that's only half broken. Off. And that's it. 83.6 miles, 41.2 miles per gallon. Over 41 miles per gallon, that's pretty impressive. Especially for a car rated 31 by the EPA. Now I should note that when the EPA measures fuel economy, they start the vehicle cold and then accelerate and decelerate it constantly throughout the test. In my test, my Civic started warm because I drove it to the station before starting and maintained a constant speed throughout the entire loop, which is about the most efficient possible way to run a car. Still, my car was also 10 years old, on cruise control, and had a lot of hills on the route. I mean, could my car really have beat the EPA by a whole 10 miles a gallon? Maybe the EPA adjusted their rating to account for the sort of people that usually drive a Civic Si, which is not me. Maybe the previous owner of this car cracked the ECU or something and didn't tell me. I mean, I bought it from a dealership, so I would have no way to know. Or maybe the EPA tested the car on premium fuel at Honda's recommendation, and the car really does get worse on premium versus regular. Alright, very slow and calm again. Yeah, see, look, most of the pumps are open now, so I didn't feel bad about taking up one while I was setting up. So yeah, it is now in premium, and I have felt the power boost driving over here. It was very fun. It's a Volkswagen thing. Careful, don't throttle it too hard. This car makes it very tempting. It is a very fun to drive car, but we want to do exactly what we did last time and very calmly accelerate up to speed. And we're off. It is about 10 minutes later than I did the last time. It shouldn't really matter too much. I guess weather-wise that's probably more accurate because the sun came up a little bit later. But really it's more the traffic I'm worried about. Yeah, the car is more powerful, and that should mean that it's more efficient, because now it needs less throttle to do the same work. Okay, now this sign is saying 65, and also the lights aren't on, which means it isn't active anyway. I hope the rear cam is working well as well. Last time it cut out after like 20 minutes or something. Yeah, that's what it's like to run the speed limit on the road. You get overtaken by a hopper truck. Alrighty, this is a lot more cars overtaking me than was last time, though. It is busier out, definitely. Oh, something's falling on. Is it spraying stuff onto my dashboard? You jerk. The thing about this Civic, by the way, I think I mentioned earlier that premium was Honda's recommendation. If you go open the fuel filler cap, on the inside of the door, you'll see a sign saying, unleaded fuel only, premium recommended, see owner's manual. I don't know what it wants me to see in the owner's manual. It doesn't really talk about fuel at all. There's nothing really there. And what I eventually determined is that this Civic is designed for regular fuel, like any other Civic. But in order to get the advertised 205 horsepower that Honda says you're supposed to get out of this, you need to put premium in. So that's why premium is recommended if you want to enjoy your sporty car to the full sportiness, but not required. At this part of the drive, unfortunately, my microphone got turned off somehow. And while I had my dash cam mic as a backup, it sounds like this. I don't know if I called out my fuel around here before, but we're at 12.3 miles and I have 41.6 miles per gallon rated on the dashboard. So yeah, this part's getting voiceovered. Anyway, although the outside temperature was colder today, it was a lot hotter inside the car because it was sunny out, which was making me uncomfortable. It also overheated the rear camera, making it shut down. In the first test it had failed too, but later and from low storage. More importantly, I was reaching the Indiana section, or the only place that made me adjust my speed in the last loop. For consistency's sake, I plan to drop my speed by exactly the same amount in the same place. However, off this brake light. No, I have to slow down more. No! Was at 43.2 before the slowdown. God damn it. Cursed traffic. Yeah, that was a lot more speed than I wanted to lose. Which wasn't ideal, but hey, at least it only happened once, right? Another slowdown. Look, I can't be mad at those drivers, you know, they were doing everything right. But still, that was pretty annoying. On the bright side, at least, there were some cool cars out that day. Oh, that's an old truck. What is that? A Sirocco. Looks like a Sirocco. Nice. Also, even with the inconveniences, my fuel economy readout seemed to be trending higher than last time. So things still looked fine as we reached our next landmark. Oh look, exit 4, Kentucky 20 Airport. I wonder, am I forgetting something? Is there something I was supposed to remember here? Hey, do you know if I was supposed to remember something here? That's right! AC on! AC on at the exit 4 bridge. Thank you for remembering. Good job! I just realized my microphone's been off. What? I'll be honest, there's no way I was going to forget that with how hot it was in here. Okay, it's only 73. I think that's the coldest it got last time, but it's so much hotter in here. And yep, here's our first stop by 75. Ooh, a train stopped on the bridge. I thought those were road signs for a second. Okay, the AC is helping, but I'm worried it's not doing enough to counteract the sun shining directly on me. I am looking forward for the spot where we start going north again. We're nearing 40 miles. We're at 42.5 miles per gallon. The doggy in the Mustang. He's in the convertible. Yeah. Oh yeah, look at the doggy enjoying the life. Road work 5.5 miles ahead. Reduce speed. No, don't let it be. Oh, this is the spot where we're gonna get good views. And by we, I mean me, because you can't see to the side. Now there's another stopped car. Okay. Caution, caution, caution. Road work ahead. The Silverado is charging full speed into it. So I'm going to hope that's good. Ooh, the road work sign is covered up by a trash bag. This one was a false alarm after all. How about that? Okay, also 2 stopped cars oncoming. Ohio! It feels like we're almost there, and I keep forgetting we have nearly half of the route left. We're in Ohio. We finished in Ohio. That must mean we're close. It feels. It's not how it is. Are we in city of Cincinnati, technically, when we go over that bridge? We might be. I think there is one spot on the route where the I-275 actually goes inside, like the official borders of what is formerly Cincinnati, not just, you know, like the spiritual economic zone that people that actually consider themselves Cincinnati. An SSR! Okay, why is my right foot getting tired? It hasn't been doing shit. Uneven pavement, bring your dirt bikes. Can I switch? Okay, I can switch. Good. There was no reduced speed limit, so I don't know why that Outback is slowing down. Maybe that's why my right foot is tired. It's always tense hovering at the brake. I feel like we're still going more east than north. Are we? Because the sun is still shining onto me. Oh, now the Subaru that slowed down is going to pass me. Huh. I can't stay mad at you, you're a wagon. Finally, I think we're going north as well. The sun is finally coming in from the right instead of the front. And it's a lot cooler in here now that I don't have direct sun on me. Another stopped car. Maybe this is another reason why this section feels shorter than it is, because I can't actually find anything to talk about. Hi, 71. Good to see you again. Goodbye. What the hell is that? Volkswagen Pointer? What? What plate is that? That wasn't sold in the US, I don't think. That's something special. I mean, that must bode good things for the test. With a sight as rare and beautiful as a Volkswagen Pointer in Ohio. And look at that, look how empty it is. For as much busier as this general drive has been today, this particular section is honestly a lot more open. Hi, 75. Actually, this is a train track, isn't it? 75 is the next bridge. Hi, 75. Nice to see you again. Oh my gosh, your car stopped on the other oncoming. It is busy out, but only going eastbound. We're just blessed by the divine luck of the Volkswagen Pointer. What is that, purple? Purple car, two-tone. Very nice. This is the last exit before the one that actually pertains to us. Oh, Volkswagen T2. And we're getting off. It was way busier than last time. Oh, another Volkswagen Type 2 to the right. Let's see if I can get a photo. Pull in to that same pump. That's it, 42. Get a photo of that. So, with 2 tests done, I've processed all the results. I've waited a while, admittedly. I know the weather looks a bit different than it did before. I had computer trouble. I had realized, so I had to wait the whole thing. But it's done. For the most part, it seems I did do a good job of keeping them fairly equal. There were those 2 cases on the second day where I had to slow down a bit. I'll be honest, I made a big deal out of them in the show. I don't think really either of these had any significant impact on the test, but still, there was a difference. Gonna mention it. Also, the weather was a bit different. It was slightly colder on the second day, but it was also sunnier. So in practice, it was a lot hotter inside the car, which really would have been more of a discomfort for me than the car. Again, it was really nothing. But anyway, on the first day, according to my trip computer, I got 41.2 miles per gallon, which, given the 83.6 mile loop, meant I would have spent about 2.029 gallons. On the second day, 42.0 miles per gallon, which meant about 1.99 gallons spent. It should be noted that when I actually filled up the car after the test, it took more gallons both times than the trip computer said it would. I mean, I'm kind of inclined to trust the trip computer here better, but I'll include both figures in the video. So anyway, premium was better. The difference really, when I took me out of the equation and used the cruise control, the premium got better mileage just as expected. Maybe I was just more comfortable with the car. When I did the first test, I had just gotten the car pretty much. Maybe my circumstances just changed in a way I didn't predict. Or maybe just because it is a thing with the Civic Si that the power increase on premium versus regular is noticeable. Maybe I was just subconsciously revving it out more to enjoy it or something. Point is, my suspicions were correct. The machine is consistent. I'm the weird one. However, if you remember that conventional wisdom I mentioned earlier, that premium and regular should cost about the same per mile, well, they didn't, no. On the first day, gas was about $3 a gallon, and I spent $6 for the whole loop. And premium was $1 more per gallon, so in order for premium to have been the same cost as regular was on the first test, I would have had to have gotten 55 miles per gallon. This car was never getting that. I should note, by the way, that when I talked about that conventional wisdom, I wasn't just taking something I saw off Reddit or something. My dad did actually test this once in his own car. Thing is, though, he tested it in a 1974 Dodge Dart in an era when that would have been a normal and current traffic car. So, I mean, the car was less efficient. Back then, fuel would have cost a lot less, and the difference in cost, regular versus premium, would have cost a lot less. Maybe 40 to 50 years ago, yeah, it did. The cost did offset, you know? But even if it was once true, it is not true anymore. The gain having premium versus regular is so small, cost-wise, it's not really going to make a difference. You would use premium because your car needs premium, or because you really do like the power boost of premium or something. But premium is more expensive. Anyway, that's all the results I have. Thank you for sticking around for it. I admit the real main reason for doing this video was just to experiment with different presentation and recording techniques. So yeah, thank you for sitting through that. I appreciate any feedback you got if you have any. I always like to keep trying new things. And yeah, looking forward to next time.